And a check, what's poppin'? This is the Vice City Mafia podcast. I'm your boy Cross-Eyed, and I got my main man on the trigger, Major Minor in the building.
Major Minor in the building.
In the building.
VCM, nigga.
VCM.
Bro, we gotta start it. You know, we've been hitting them with the 48 laws of power.
Yeah.
Right?
Last episode we had heat strokes and we were dying outside.
We were dying. So we're inside.
It became a shit cast. So we're doing it inside now so we can give y'all our full knowledge.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah.
But we were consistent. We did it in 105 degree heat for y'all.
Yeah, that's facts, dude.
Yeah, right?
That's exactly the temp it was outside, dude.
But man, look, we were just sitting here talking, and it's crazy because we realized that the 48 laws of power can be applied to sex and relationships. Wow. This is our first podcast, nigga? Wow.
No.
All right. Damn, did Chino come back? No, I'm playing. All right. Hey, no, but the 48 laws of power can be applied to sex and relationships, right? And it just brought me to a good quote that is, everything is about sex except for sex, which is about power. Right?
That's true.
So let's do a little mental exercise and really just see how these 48 laws of power can really be applied to everything sex and relationship oriented, right? So here's law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. The key to persuasion is softening people up and breaking them down gently. Seduce them with a two-pronged approach. Work on their emotions and play on their intellectual weaknesses. Work on the hearts and minds of others. The key to persuasion is softening people up and breaking them down gently. Seduce them with a two-pronged approach. Work on their emotions and play on their intellectual weaknesses.
Yeah, like you could definitely use that with your woman, you know what I'm saying? How would you use it?
I mean, I think it pops up all the time, right?
Yeah,
and
it pops up with multiple different things.
Yeah, and I think at this point in time, I do it like we were talking about unconsciously, right? Because I found that just from my presence in general, how I speak, if I come at it with my first initial reaction, especially to a woman or a man that does not like that, a man that, for lack of a better term, is like
feminine,
like not an alpha. You know what I mean?
A beta.
You know, so if I'm coming with big alpha energy, right, and I'm speaking how I want to speak, right, which is a lot of times combative, bro. You know what I mean? Because I'm not passive aggressive. I'm aggressive, right? So I've had to learn how to combat that, right, and how to even combat myself, and I come in kindly, disarming, right, and finding out what they want, right. So I'll find out, like, another law of power, I never present in a way as what benefits to me when I want something. I always find what it is that benefits them, and then I play that up. But the thing is, you can't be too open with that, because then they see it, right? And you're trying to be like, no, this is for you, and then they can see what your angle is, then you're fucked, right? So, I mean, damn, what's an example I could think of?
Yo, you know what I think is a good example? One that we went back on like a while back ago, like one that you used on your kid, you know what I mean? Well, it's like, you know, you give your girl's hungry, you know, this is like the regular, women never know what they want to eat, and then you give them options. You want chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, or chicken tenders. You know what I'm saying? And then they choose from there. And that's a way, you know, because emotionally, they just try and get something to eat. And then mentally, you want to eat chicken, and they're like, I don't know. And it's like, all right, chicken tender. You know, you give them the 3 options, and then they're going to choose the one. And they're all the same shit.
Yeah. That's one way. That's one way.
A majority of the time, bro, to be honest, bro, women aren't like, you know, if you think of us as animals in general, like women aren't logical in any which way. So like, I never argue with my girl, dude. Like, you know, usually like, I do what you do. Like today, your girl, I don't know, I wasn't fully paying attention, but she asked you to throw out the garbage and like, all right, I can't do it right now, but do you mind if I do it later? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? And that's a way of doing it also. Like you're just playing around the field. Cause I could look at my girl every time she asks me to do something and be like, bro, I just got out of work. I just did a fucking double. You fucking bitch. Right? And I'm not gonna go nowhere. You know what I mean? So usually what I do is I go, all right, I did a double. I know she don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Women, but that's
They
the thing
don't
too.
see it.
Women don't give a fuck how hard you work, and it never sounds good complaining as a man. Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't, because they just expect that's what you're supposed to do. And when you complain about some shit you're supposed to do, you sound weak.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
You know what I mean? So like, I think it's just like men are usually smarter than women. You know, logically speaking, like women are emotional animals. So going after their emotions and then using your logic to manipulate their emotions to get what you want.
To get their intellectual weakness, right?
Yeah.
So that's the other thing too, coming in disarming. So that's what I meant to say. So even in seduction, right? It could look something like, you know, like let's say they want a long-standing relationship, right?
Yeah.
Like you're in the dating world, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they want a long-standing relationship, right? It's about finding out what that is and what it is that they need to hear to feel secure, you know what I mean? And then talk about the negatives that came up in their previous relationships, right? So then you start pointing out like, oh, why didn't it work out there? Oh, what, oh, he did what? Like, oh, you could have probably done that better.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
They love talking about their
Of
exes.
course, but then you can find out like, okay, this is where he slipped up. This is what I want. And this is how I can send it to her to get what I want in this relationship, right? So you set up the playing field, right? And you knock down their barrier emotionally by asking them questions. Because the thing is, nobody argues questions about themselves, right? So it's like, if you state what you want and you're like, yo, I need a girl that get up in there, that cook, that clean, you're gonna be met with aggression, right?
Yeah. But she's not gonna do it.
She's not gonna do it. But if you come up in there and be like, yo, what happened in your last like relationship? She's like, oh, well, you know, like it was a thing, like he didn't want me to like, he wanted me to cook more and do the laundry. I was like, well, what was he doing? And she's like, well, he was working. I was like, oh, then what were you doing in the spare time? You know what I mean? Like, well, you know, or whatever. And then they start saying like, well, I do cook and clean sometimes, and da. And then you set the stage, right? And you make them come into your world by asking them questions about themselves, because you can't oppose a question, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yo, you know, like with the cooking and cleaning thing, I believe women are supposed to stay home, make babies, cook, clean, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think women should work. You know what I mean? All right, given if my girl wants to work, I'll let her work, but it's not ideal for me. I prefer my girl not work at all and stay in the house and structure my home, right? Because women make a home, men build a home.
But what happens?
Men build the house, women make it a home. That's a way to put
What
it.
happens
So, you know?
if you come across a woman, I'm not saying yours, but what happens if you come across a woman that is not a good homemaker?
Oh, she gotta go, dude. I don't know what she's gonna do with her life, but she failed.
I mean,
dude.
I do.
I don't know what her parents taught her, but like, no.
You know, there's
Usually American women.
I think no, but yeah, I mean,
American women be like that.
I think there's a big straying away from the male-female dynamic, right? And just from personal experience in my relationships, I found that the happiest both parties have been is when the male dynamic is taken care of by me, and female dynamic, you know what I mean? But the thing is,
you ever,
but the thing is, go ahead.
But you ever had your girl make more money than you, bro? It's a big problem, bro. There was a point where, bro, when I was switching jobs, my girl started getting like, nah, because I'm paying this. Like, bro, she had to pay 1 week of bills. 1 week, not even the month. I was just like, yo, I need you to take care of this for this week because I'm not gonna have the job till next week.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you never clean dishes. No, you never help me with this. You never, bro.
Crazy.
But with I'm making all the money, everything's good.
Now it's 50-50.
And, you know, and I get it, dude. Women are supposed to clean dishes, cook, clean, you know. And bro, but occasionally, I will help.
I'm gonna
I don't expect her to do 100%. Occasionally, I'll go over there and I'll be like,
I'm gonna take it.
Dishes
I'm gonna take it deeper than cooking and cleaning. I'm just gonna put it in a leadership and partnership like role, right?
Yeah. Well, men are usually the leaders.
But that's what I'm saying. So like I think the cooking and cleaning is just things that are part of it, that are said to kind of like infuriate women, right?
Yeah.
But I think the real thing is you need to find if this is the dynamic you crave, you need to find a woman that actually takes pride in supporting you.
Yeah.
That is like.
Okay, so that's a better way of putting it. Yeah,
let me
that's
tell
a better
you
way
this.
of words.
Not every woman feels that way though. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. Like
they'll feel that way, but they'll feel that way with the right guy because a woman has to believe in her man in order for her to support her man.
And if she's not feeling that way with you, she is not the right one.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are some women that naturally like being taken care of.
Yeah.
That naturally, and that's what I'm saying.
Well, majority of women. You know what I'm saying?
But and any woman that I feel has a scarred past, right? Where they feel like they couldn't be taken care of, unfortunately, because maybe their father was absent, right? Or maybe they never saw a positive role model, right? So you have to understand the reasons why she is behaving in that manner, right? And don't get me wrong, man. There's women that overcome tons of shit that can still play that role. And I'm not saying I don't say it's necessary for every relationship, but I'm saying for mine, however.
I think majority of women, and maybe I'm being biased, being that I work in a club where, you know, majority of, you know, broken women come. You know, there's some decent women there too, but, you know, I meet a lot of women, and I think majority of women have a dark past because they're women.
No, but a lot of them have trauma, bro. Like I
said, they're emotional. They're
bro,
not logical.
Bro,
like, you know what I'm saying? Men might have trauma, but you know, there's this thing in our brain that probably just deletes it.
No,
we're
but
just fine.
I don't agree with that one. I think
men and women have different trauma. I'm not saying men get sexually harassed in their children, but you know.
They do.
I mean, yeah, it happens, but you know, it's not like a common thing for a man as it is for a woman. Like you will talk to women, and more women have sexual harassment than
100%.
little boys have.
However, men hold trauma differently because they can't talk about it. The male suicide rate is way higher than women's suicide rate.
Oh yeah, for sure. But even in the EMT book, when you study to be a paramedic, like women, it says in the book that women usually say they're gonna commit suicide, but don't do it.
Yeah,
you know, they just do a hospice.
No,
literally. And when men say they're gonna commit suicide, they usually like women usually go with the I'm gonna pop a bunch of pills and they OD.
No,
men usually be like, I'm gonna jump off this bridge and splatter in front of all these people right here.
Yeah, and then they're fully committed. You know what I mean?
Fully committed, dude.
But I think that also deals with the pressure that's on a man's shoulders, right? In general, right?
Men have way more pressure.
You know, just or at least perceived pressure, right? Because it's just like, damn, nigga, like there will never be a situation where I feel okay being taken care of, right? So I was trying to explain this difference to a woman about like, look, I get it. You want to be independent and all that good stuff, but worse comes to worse, push comes to shove. You can find some dude that will help build you, right? Whereas a man, if you come to the point where like you are on your ass and you need a woman to build you, one, she's going to make you know about it every step of the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Two, you're not gonna feel good any step of the way.
She didn't make you feel like shit.
And nobody around you will condone it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody's like, that's so great. You're a stay-at-home dad? That's amazing.
Yeah, and
those kids are so lucky.
It's so crazy how the media pushes this narrative of And I think that's why women and men in relationships are fucked up nowadays, because you got like social media, like you got that show Love Island, you got all these little dumbass shits going on. Like Love Island is a fucking total shit right.
I haven't seen Love Island, but
I've walked past my girl watching it. And
but I've had
bullshit.
multiple people tell me this is an amazing season. Though.
Yeah, it's interesting, dude. I'll walk by while my girl's watching it and be like, wow. It's not real though, you know that, right? Like, they're not looking for love, like, you know what I mean?
No, it's a TV show.
Yeah, it's a TV show, you know, they call it reality TV, but it's not. But they push this narrative, and then you see niggas on social media be like, I'm a stay-at-home dad, and it's the best thing ever. And then niggas come out, like you got young men saying, I want to be a stay-at-home dad, and they're trying to switch the narrative,
who is
you know
saying
what I'm
that?
saying? It's on TikTok, bro. The TikTok, you know what I'm saying? People...
Is it on TikTok, being a stay-at-home dad? That's not in my feed.
Yeah, that was a trend, dude.
What?
That was a trend. Yeah, I get shit on my feed. Like sometimes I get satanic, or like sometimes they try to show me AI porn, and I'd be like, report, inappropriate. Sometimes I go the extra mile, like I'll be like, report child porn. It's not, but I'll just report it, just be like, fuck them, dude.
But no, man, I think that in dealing with people, you don't want to be like overly aggressive with your intentions, and you always find an emotional end. And I'm not saying that you have to do it destructively, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if you want somebody to vibe with like whatever you're bringing to the table, you have to find the exact reason that they are going to be emotionally vested in it too, right? And then once, like, because even in big purchases, bro, people don't buy with logic. People buy with emotion, right? So if you have the key to somebody's emotions, you can convince them of damn near anything, right?
That's true.
So it's just like when you're selling, it's to the person that is in the most pain. If you can't identify any pain points, then you cannot sell anything, right? So in the same vein, that's why, like, if you are trying to get a new female, you must find what makes her tick negatively.
I like what you had told me one time when I was driving in a car and we were chopping it up on the phone. You were telling me how we are all sellers and we're constantly selling.
Bro.
So you have to sell
All
your
day.
life, the way you're trying to live your life and your success, to your girl.
Yes.
Why would your girl give a fuck about helping you out if she's not gonna get nothing in return? You know?
100%.
Niggas be like, oh, you're gonna get a house, you're gonna get this. But she'll get that from another nigga.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What are you providing that is
what do
unique,
you
right?
yeah.
Like, and in order to know that, you must ask the right questions to find out what are they really needing. Because of course, on the material side, bro, you know, like women, like we all need comfort. We all need bread. Money is freedom, nigga.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you want a nice whip? Yeah, of course, bro. You know what I mean? Like, of course, but it's like, what is the things that she is lacking that you can uniquely provide? And if you can't, at least find out the way to do so, right? And that's where you will always have the power.
Yeah.
And then if you control the power, you control the sex.
Yeah.
And I know that's what a lot of you motherfuckers are lacking.
you control
That's why you over here
Yeah.
all day. You go get some coochie with this.
Big facts. You control the car, you control the destination.
Facts.
Better way to say it.
Yeah,
So
but
you know what
but
I'm
a lot of times, like, people are lost. Men mostly are lost on how to control the car, right? Because there's one, the social media component makes people so self-conscious that they are so focused on presenting what they want and they need. And I don't know if she's gonna like me because of this, and I don't know if
And then when they finally do get the girl, they start being like, oh, she's on Instagram, she's getting DMs. But your girl's gonna get DMs, dude.
Niggas are gonna offer dick. Niggas don't give a fuck.
That's another way to emotionally manipulate your girl, you know what I'm saying? In a weird way, you know, and didn't mean to make it come out like that, but you know, emotionally manipulate your girl. Like, yo, your girl's getting DMs. You see the DMs, and then you just go, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Niggas are retarded. And then you walk away, nigga, like you don't give a fuck, dude. Because when you don't give a fuck, she thinks to herself,
why would I?
why? This nigga cares so much about me. I'm gonna stay with my man.
Yeah.
Because he got something.
But
planned,
that's what I'm saying. You're playing on their emotions so that you can intellectually manipulate, right? But that's what I'm saying. It is a vast emotional chess game, right? Because so many dudes are thinking emotional checkers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna hop here, like, she does one thing I don't like, blow up, right? No.
Yeah.
No. It's the long game.
Yeah, you're supposed to be a logical thinker.
Yeah,
know
you
what
got
I'm saying?
to.
Like
You
your
got to.
girl's going out to the club, bro. Listen, you're not gonna stop your girl from cheating on you in any which way.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? All you could do is manipulate the situation, attacking the emotions. So like when she goes to the club, you go, yo, you're going to the club, instead of being like, I don't like when you go to the club because men are over there and this, that. They're not logical, bro. They're not gonna think like you. They don't give a fuck. Dude, if men are flirting with them, they don't care, dude.
Yeah, because they get it all bro.
When a girl flirts with you, are you gonna be like, oh my God, I have a girlfriend?
Right.
No, dude, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, it's flattering, bro. I love when women flirt with me, even though I have my girl. I'd be like, wow, thank you, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I've been talking so much to women about just like how men approach them and shit like this, you know what I mean? For y'all, right? And it's so funny how often niggas try to get at even like fives, dog. You know what I mean? It's crazy. This girl's not a 5, she's like a dime. But this dude came up to her and went, and then put his finger on her lips.
Yeah, niggas
after
be watching,
like talking to her like
too much,
twice. And
you're watching too much Love Island, man. Like, you know what
and
I'm
she
saying?
was like, don't. I was like, what did you say? She's like, I told him never fucking touch me again.
Yeah, or what I see,
just
bro, in my girl's DM.
Thirsty. No game. No emotional manipulation to get an intellectual overcome.
You know it's a good way, bro? So prior to me becoming a full-blown Christian and a godly man I am now, right? I used to get girls to come into the strip club, right? Mm-hmm. And how you do it is you have to manipulate them, you know what I'm saying? And a way to do it is the same way as in flirting, right?
Okay.
You look at a girl, so here's how I'll do it, right? I'll meet a girl at a place, right? Like, all right, say a Subway, right? I met this girl at Subway one time. Okay. And she was working behind things, she's working hard. I'm like, yo, you're working so hard, bro. You don't have a boyfriend? No. Check. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dude, you do it all by yourself? Yeah. Check. 3. Damn, bro, so you really just work hard and do it all by yourself. You're doing such an amazing job. Yo, you know what? I run a club, bro. I would love for you to come over there, maybe be a waitress, maybe a bartender, right? Yeah. And they're like, oh, I'll see. I'd be like, yo, you're gonna make a lot more money and you're deserving of it. Yeah. Because you work too hard for these piece of shits to be able to fucking manipulate you like this. Give her the business card, right? This is how I used to do it. Right? If they didn't give me their number, sometimes they gave me their number, I'll text them, you know, with a re-up. If not, I'll let them text me. Sometimes I used to see if they'll text me. All right. Majority of the time, they'll hit me up once they see the business card and how I was talking, and depending on the way I was dressed and the way I presented myself, right? They're gonna hit me up and I'm like, come in for an interview. Then when they come in, I'll be like this. Yo, so right now, we just hired a waitress and a bartender. But you could be an entertainer, and you don't, here at this club, like, you're not gonna have to take nothing off. So it's basically you're dancing in your bikini, and these men are gonna throw a bunch of money at you. I go, I know it's a hard decision to make, but you make the decision. All I'm saying is whatever you're doing right now at that job, you're gonna make way more here, and it's only temporary. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be able to make the money, and
10 years later.
10 years later, they're still in the club, you know what I'm saying? And butt booty naked now. And taking out their titties, you know, and it comes with time, bro. Because when they're not making enough money, because you know they'll make money with their bikinis on, but then after a while, men don't care no more. Yeah. And then I'm like this, yo, you know what? It's a very slight thing. All you gotta do is show your titties, bro. Like all these girls have their titties out. If you show your titties, guaranteed you're gonna make money again because niggas have not seen your titties yet. Yeah. You see, you did it right because you're so fucking smart, bro. And then they'll be like this, yeah. Next day, they got their titties out. And then next thing you know, their pussy's out. Next thing you know, they're doing lap dances. Then, VIP rooms. It's like a trickle effect. And it's fucked up that I did it, I know. But I'm just saying, that works with flirting with women too when you want to get women, right? Yes. Like, every time I flirted with women, even my girl now, what I've done is I've been like, Like when I first met my girl, I saw her with a group of girls. I sat down with them. I was like, "Oh, how you guys doing? Where you work? Where you work?" You know, like if they're my homies for real, or if I was meeting a homie.
Right.
And then I go like this: "Wow, you're so beautiful. You're single? Yeah? Oh, that sucks. Walk away, nigga. Done, nigga. I don't give a fuck that you're single, bitch. I don't care. You're single sucks, bro. Walk away, bro. Because now you I mean, you gotta see them the next day.
No, but
leave it alone for a
But the
day.
thing is, too, you plant a seed, right?
You plant a seed.
You plant a seed, but you don't seem desperate.
Yeah. That's emotionally attacking me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And you're like, damn,
that sucks.
And the crazy part is too, it's like a good joke with a punchline. They think you're going one direction. They think that the next question is gonna be, oh, well, if you're not doing anything, nope!
Yeah.
Nope! Oh, you're single? Sucks.
That
Boom!
sucks.
I'm gone.
You're too beautiful to be single. That sucks.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Yes.
You're gone.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And
it works, bro.
Of
For
course.
all you niggas that are gonna attack me and say, that doesn't work, Bro, I've been in the game since I was 17 years old.
But
bro. It works.
my thing is too, though, you know, I urge everybody, every man out there, to figure out your own script too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't run off of mine. You know?
No. I'm just saying, take it and try it, right?
It's gonna work.
But not everybody's built like that, because you have to deliver that with confidence, right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to deliver it and not seem simpish after, right?
Yeah,
and there's no fucking like too many of y'all are so afraid of approaching women in the first place that you get this script and you might get gold, but you fumble it based on how you deliver it.
Or
right?
offering girls money, bro, is not a way to do it. You become a cash. You become a fucking. What do you become? What's that? Oh, daddy. What is it?
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
You know what I mean? But
That's it. And you're never gonna get.
And the thing is, most of y'all too broke to be sugar daddies anyway.
They'd be like, "Oh, you can't pay your rent. I'll help you pay rent."
Yeah.
Bitches text me, "I can't pay my rent." I go, "Damn, you should got a boyfriend."
Yeah.
You should have had a boyfriend, dude. Then he could help you pay your rent, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, well,
when you
done block, bitch.
when you hear the complaining too, depending on how you react to it, is going to determine your relationship with them forever, right?
Oh yeah, because when you're in the friend zone, they're always gonna complain to you.
Yeah, and then also, if you become the nigga that solves all their problems off the jump, that's what you're always going to be. So it's like, would you even want a relationship where that's your only thing, is to solve their problems so they can go fuck the next nigga who's not solving any of their problems?
First you gotta fuck, then you solve the problem.
Yeah, and it has to be a fair exchange, bro, in everything.
Pussy, problems.
Yeah, if you can't be used, you're useless. So I'm not saying that to not do anything of help, right? But you have to understand where in line that comes. And so in building the relationship, right, you do need bread. And you do need the ability to fix their problems and their emotions, right? However, do not do that off the dribble for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you go out to dinner, right? It's got to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Like it's not.
Yeah, don't take her to a five-star restaurant. Take her to Flanagan's first.
Yeah,
nigga. You know what I'm saying?
and check the temperature, right? But if you are knocking on the door and the 5-star gonna bring you home, go ahead, do that shit.
Yeah.
But you better close. You better close, right?
Better close.
You know what I mean? But you know, I think the mirroring thing was an interesting one too, right? Like when people give you a specific energy, right? Matching that energy back, but playfully, works wonders, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
just slightly mocking them in a joking manner.
yes, yeah, but you got to add some joke to it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it shows them how ridiculous they're being, right?
I'll give you one example of when
Do
I
it.
did that. So, right, you know, the biggest problem I see when you're being monogamous with your girl is
Monogamy, what's that?
you know, but like it's always like dishes or money. You know what I'm saying? Money is in the man's controlled aspect. Cleaning and dishes is in the woman's aspect. But occasionally, right, my girl will be complaining and I'll get off my shift and I'll just be like, all right, I'll wash the dishes as she's sitting there. I'm like, I fucking hate doing dishes. They fucking suck. Like, I have to do all these dishes and fucking 3 cups. And he'll be joking, and then she'll laugh. And the next day, she won't complain about it with me.
course.
Because I do it, and then I do it. Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
And then,
this is hard.
yeah.
Right?
Not in a taunting way, but in a playful way.
Of course.
So then she's like, okay, yeah, that's how I sound.
Yeah.
You know, subconsciously. Like, I'm not gonna look at her and be like, you see how you sound, stupid bitch?
Yeah,
You know
of course
what I'm saying?
not. Of course not.
And with that,
Hold on. All right, fine. I was gonna, all right, fuck it.
yeah, we out of time.
All right.
And with that,
We out. B, C, M.